Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Wednesday to you. Wednesday means that it's time for stamping through my stash. My name is Jackie Vander Sarboot, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in both Canada and the Netherlands. And that's because I kind of live in two places. I still have my home in Chatham, Ontario, and I married a Dutchman. But we plan to eventually be in Canada, so I want to keep my house. And yeah, so that's my crazy life. Now, stamping through my stash, I started this because a lot of people are not aware that we have a 3-month guarantee on most of our products stamp sets, dies, ink pads. So it's imperative that when you buy stuff, you actually try it out right away. So, um, yeah, don't put it away, put it in a cupboard, and forget about it. Try it and make sure it's all in good working order. So yeah, that's what I like to do. I like to ink up all my stamps and I like to use all my dies to make sure that they're working properly. And that way, if there's a problem, I can return them to Stampin' Up! And they will replace it. In fact, they often don't even need the return. They will just replace your items, especially if you send them a picture to show them what's wrong. The other benefit to stamping through your stash is you will be inspired when you ink up your stamp sets and use your dies. Sometimes you forget exactly why you purchased what you did, and sometimes it's even nicer than what you had expected. So there's always a surprise, and then it's wonderful. You save those stamped images and those die cuts, and you tuck them into your stamp set, and then the next time you use them, you've got a head start. So let's take a look at what I'm showing you today. This stamp set is called Everyday Details. And while I love the nest with the eggs and the teacup and the vase, I also really love the sayings. You make every day a little brighter, overjoyed for you in this new journey. Could be when, like, if you find out that someone's expecting, the eggs and stuff. Wishing you so much joy on this special day. And then look at all the dies. So sometimes dies do things that you don't expect. So this crisscrossy one, does it cut out that design or does it do something else? So I will show you. I've cut them all out already. Let's take a look. So we have this one, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see the details. It has a really delicate, it's different than our stitches. It's like these tiny little dots. Then we have a bigger one with big circles. Look. And then we have this one. Now there's one die that I'm going to show you, and that is this one. Take a look at the difference. This one has a cutting edge in between the two layers of dots. Can you guess what that does? If you guess that it makes an opening that has dots around the outside and a die cut that has dots in the inside. So this is the part that came out. And then look, this is the piece that you have. So I'm going to use this to make a card. I don't know yet which card, but I did this and we're going to play. Okay, let's keep looking. Now we have, so I'll move the circles out of the way. Then we have some rectangles. We have this big one and medium one. Large, medium, and small. And then we have this delicate one. And the delicate one, you could do this in 2 different colors. But look how pretty that is. So are you starting to see the possibilities in this set? Now, I wasn't going to get this set. I thought, I don't need any more dies. But then I saw somebody's card. Look, those are those 2 skinny ones. So they can do an edge. You could put your stuff in here. You put along the bottom of your card. I have to play with that yet. And then look, here is the crisscross piece. So those are just the dies in this set. Are you excited already? Let's move those all out of the way. And then I'm going to show you the stamps. So I don't know if they'll all fit on here. I'm going to get a bigger piece of cardstock and then we're going to do our stamping. So I've put them all on the Stamparatus. Well, not all. These are just the images. And do you see that little one here? When I first saw it, I thought, no, that's weird. Why wouldn't they just do a smattering of dots? Why does it look like the 5 on a dice? It coordinates with that one, with this kind of pattern. So definitely thought has gone into this. So I'm going to ink them up with pecan pie. I thought I would do something differently than just black. I also thought it would be a good color for the nest. Let's give it a good press. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I want to do the nest a little bit darker, so I'm going to, and I just had an idea of what I want to do with that nest. I want to try, oh, look how nice that is. That Stamparatus is honestly magic. If you didn't get one and you still want one, let me know, because I have a few left at home in Chatham. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get the words to fit on here. And I know this is upside down, and that's okay. Here. I'll turn it around in a minute. I'm pretty pleased that it all fits on here. There we go. Now I will have to take them. I'll have to flip that thing over. Okay, so I have it now the right way. I'm just going to ink it up. And there we go. Press. Look at that. So there are all the stamps that go with this set. Very nice, isn't it? So now what I want to do, I want to play for a minute. Before I turn it into a card, I want to see if this is going to work. So I want to take our watercolor pencils and a blender pen, because our watercolor pencils are easier to control. They don't get as wet, and so I won't make the pecan pie ink bleed. Okay, I've made an executive decision. I'm not going to make a completed card with you today. I'm going to teach you a watercolor trick instead with the watercolor pencils. And then I will do a card on a different day, or I'll put it into a reel, okay? So keep an eye on that. So here is the Whisper White pencil. And the trick with this one is that you use it as a base. So you're going to color your eggs with white. You won't see it at all, but it gives you a nice surface that makes it easier to blend your colors, okay? So that's done. And now I used to just color like this, and you can do that. So you can just scribble, and you don't have to color in all the way, because otherwise there's no blending to be done. So you can just scribble like this, and let's take a look. Then we take the blender pen. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see better. There. So now the blender pen is basically just a naked marker. So when you first start stamping, if you can't afford all the ink pads, then get a blender pen and some markers, and then you can just scribble on a block and pick up the ink with your blender pen. See, look at that. I just have to get my cake out of the oven for a minute. Here, I'll be right back. Now another tip is don't go over your surface too many times, or your paper will just break down. So the other thing you can do is you can pick up the color like this, and then look at how much darker it is. It's really amazing. I never knew this before, and it's way, way more effective than coloring it on the paper. Okay, so I've got that, and then we can add in a second color too, if you want. See, so this will be a robin's egg kind of. Now I've got here, this is Coastal Cabana. I'm just going to add a little different shade. Let's just see what color this is when it's on its own. Yeah, see? That's got more of a robin's egg blue to it. Isn't that just so lovely? And it worked. Like, my pecan pie is not getting compromised. So that's really great. Let me do it here. So you see how subtle it is. It's a very soft look. And I'll have to confess, this is not the first thing I grab for when I'm coloring. I don't know why. And then every time I do it, I think, oh, this is so nice. I should do it more often. We're fickle creatures, aren't we? But look how pretty that is. Lovely. So now all I want to do is add a little bit of color to the twigs on the nest. And I think that's going to look really nice stamped on here, or on cut out and put on This circle, you're going to have to stay tuned as to what I do with it. Let's see, I have some other colors in here. Granny apple green. And yeah, so we're just going to, oh yeah, to clean it, you just kind of go like this till the color goes away. And then your marker is naked again. Okay, so now we're picking up the green. So you don't need to have a different one for all the different colors. Isn't that pretty? So I think this is going to be a fantastic set for spring. You can also make your own embellishments for your scrapbooks. Stickers are expensive, and this you can use over and over again. So I will finish a card, and it will be in the cover picture of this video. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed stamping through my stash. Let me know if you have any questions. I would love to be your demonstrator. So remember, you can order with me. The links are in the video for my Canadian web shop. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but Stampin' Up! Only allows us to sell in our own markets. So as a Canadian, I cannot sell to the States. But in Europe, for some reason, in the Netherlands, I can sell to the UK, to France, to Germany, Austria, Belgium, and Ireland. So if you're in any of those countries, message me and you can order with me. I would love that. You can also join my team. Joining the team is always the best bet because then you get your own 20% discount and you save a lot on your first order, which is called the starter kit. Okay? I hope you found this helpful. That's my job, to help you with all your stamping needs. Have a super day. Bye.